Nebraska at the Ohio State University. Ace, I got to be honest with you. I didn't tell you this before. You've got a free pick in this. Chris was in demand. And the fact that pregame.com was able to snag him, it was tough. And one of his, and it was really his last demand was, when I do videos the first time, I want to pick the first 3 games, and I want Ace to sit over there, just just kind of counter-punch it.
When did he show up? Has he been here the whole time? I didn't even notice him.
I'm like the plant.
It's your time to shine. Who do you like and why?
All right, I absolutely love Nebraska in this spot, getting this many points, and here's why. Besides the matchup edge that I think they have, this game is all about perception. This line's based on nothing more than perception. And we all know that the recreational bettors just remember what happened last. And what they remember is that this Nebraska team burned them last week because they were all over Nebraska against Wisconsin. And they had to come from behind and barely won that game late by 3. And they also remember that Ohio State went into Michigan State, one of the toughest places to play in the last 2 years. I don't think they've lost a game there until last weekend. And all of a sudden, as a 3-point dog, Ohio State wins outright. And I think that's why we're seeing this line so high. And when you could take advantage of perception in the marketplace, that's when you're sure you're getting value.
What do you think, Chris?
What impresses me is last week, I know VR was all over Wisconsin, so he was against Nebraska. Now he's coming right back with them. I think he gives you a pretty good read on this team. I had no play myself in this game. I thought that the game was really pretty evenly matched. Home field naturally for Ohio State. I had no opinion, but I respect my friend over here, and I'm.
Well, let's not respect him too much.
Well, you know, as far as it goes.
All right. So what I'm hearing you saying, it makes a ton of sense. We got one team that looked good last week, one team that looked bad. Public's overreacting in both directions. Not only did they look bad, one of them put money in people's pockets, one of them didn't, took money out of people's pockets. What other factors jump out at you?
Okay, when you look at the matchup, I think Nebraska's just the much better team, and this is going to be a much easier game for them.
A much, much better team.
Yeah, because when you, offensively, that option offense is far ahead what Ohio State is right now. They have Braxton Miller, who leads the team in touchdowns, leads the team in rushing, and of course passing. So if you shut down one man, that's all you got to do, you're going to make this offense have a difficult time. Unlike Nebraska, who they could run the football, they could pass the football, and you got a dual threat quarterback back there. So preparing is going to be much more difficult for Ohio State in a week than it's going to be for Nebraska.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I think Urban Meyer has got a high stake. I mean, if you gave me, and you're good at coming up, last year we'd come up with all kind of props and you'd put them up there, is what's the over and under off the top of your head, Ohio State to win a national title?
In the next 5 years?
Or whatever, what's the over and under?
Well, I would say, you know, if you're giving me a 5-year window,
you're betting yes.
I'd probably bet yes.
I would too.
I would probably bet yes.
So I think most people agree in general about the optimism of Urban Meyer and the program. I think people's getting ahead of themselves
at
a little bit.
5-0, exactly.
And clearly that win last week was like, well, I get, you know, because I think people coming in felt that, and then now they go to Michigan State and win. And it's like, well, maybe we were wrong. Maybe they're there already.
This is one where I think sometimes the odds makers are ahead of the AP, and I'm going to respect them 9 times out of 10 because they back their opinion with cash. The AP has nothing to lose with their mistakes. But other times, the AP's right, and the odds makers take a while to catch on to a team. And if you see, Nebraska's ranked up there, and I like to compare that to kind of like the Oregon State. Let the odds makers keep disrespecting this team, and they'll keep covering numbers. And they've done that in the past years with teams all the time.
All right, we've talked it through. Let's make it official.
Big Ten football, Nebraska at Ohio State, huge game. I'm going to go with the road team, Nebraska here. I think they're the better team. Line's giving me too much value here based on what happened with both teams last week. The matchup edge favors Nebraska. The number favors Nebraska. And I like them on the money line, to be totally honest with you.
I'm surprised.
He's good.
Yeah, I'm surprised. You want to take a few notes?
Yeah, hang on. I've got my
call your bookmaker. I got my phone. If
no,
you
he's
call
good.
Your guy.
Well, I'm talking about the mechanics on air.
Make sure I get a film copy of this. I got to study this. He was good.
You might have missed it if you blinked. He was on CBS this morning last night.
Yeah, you would have missed it. You might have missed it.
But you were on there.
That's it. That's it.
That's going to be in your obituary.
Hey, Hey, keep adding more off the list.
All right, guys, having a lot of fun, a lot of deep information here. You can get all of our videos at pregame.tv.